Hello, hello.
Hey, there she is.
Good evening.
Hey, okay. Thank you so much for coming and doing this
I
interview.
apologize. I apologize once again. Please forgive me.
And I understand. I know that you're so busy, so I am very happy that you are here. I really
Thank you.
understand your building, so these things are happening. So I'm not
Thank
gonna,
you.
take too long. We're gonna get through this really quickly. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go ahead and do the introduction and go from there.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you.
Okay, so greetings, diaspora and other brothers and sisters in the motherland. All welcome. My name is Tanya, aka Zafara of Vitality Wealth Network. I am very pleased and excited to get an interview with the beautiful farmer, entrepreneur, extraordinaire, Xtralarge Farms, Agritech City and Resorts, Dr. Moji Davis. Welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. So we are just going to jump right in because she is so busy, gracious, and came and gave me this interview today. We're going to jump right in there so you guys can know what it is that she has that so wonderful to offer you guys. All right. So the first question I have for you, can you tell us a little bit about you and how you and your husband decided to start Xtralarge Farms?
Oh, that's a long story.
Well, I have to do the long story. If you could give us the condensed short story, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, so we were away from Africa, and um, after a time, we had a leading to go back. My husband actually had the leading, not me. you know, that we should go back to Africa to and go into agriculture. So it was really like, what? Africa first is a big deal. Second, agriculture is so much of a big deal because of all the challenges, land acquisition, recruiting farm workers, people to work with you, financing, marketing, enabling environments, and all that. So, but after a while, we agreed and we came. And that was how we started. But when we started, it was so rough. It was really, really, really rough. Very rough. You know, like you buy parcels of land, you pay, you even go ahead to process your government papers, yet you're still having problems, you know, having a hold on your land, even though you've paid and all that. It was such a big deal. So then, sourcing for laborers to work on your farm. Farming in Africa is not like what you have abroad. It's not so mechanized. There's still a lot of things you have to do manually. So it's not like everything has to be done with machines and all that. So a lot of people in Africa are tending towards tech and all the other fine paying jobs. Everybody just wants to be in the office with their white collars and just chill in the office and take some tea. Nobody wants to get it rough on the farm. So it was really a big deal sourcing for, people to work on the farm. And then another big challenge was what is the right thing to do? What is the profitable thing to do? What's the safe with minimum risk, that you could go into in agriculture? So you don't get all you will definitely get some fingers burned, but at least don't get all the fingers burned, you know.
Mm.
So all that was a big challenge, and it took us about 9 years, trying to stabilize, and get our food grounded and all that. So as we were going on in the business and we were encountering all the challenges, so we just thought to ourselves, wait, if everyone who has a passion for agriculture or everyone who wants to be an agripreneur goes through all this stress, nobody will be left.
Absolutely.
It was so demanding, it was so draining, it was so, draining emotionally, financially, you know. As a matter of fact, I would say if you're a couple and one person is the only one interested and the other party is not interested, it won't fly, except you're not a couple. Just be alone and do your thing. So, because it's going to take a whole lot from you, your time, your energy, even the children, everybody has to be involved. So when we saw all the challenges as we were scaling, through one after the other, then we thought to ourselves, if we have gone through this much, then there's a place in the scripture that says, "He blesses you so that you can be a blessing to others. He comforts you so that you can be a comfort to others." So if we've gone through this much, then we should be able to share our story and encourage other people who would want to venture into what we've already gone into. And that was what brought about the Xtralarge family. So basically, we've just been farming solo, we've been doing our business, just like that. But what really necessitated the Xtralarge group, the family, and everything we have today was basically because we wanted to be like a shoulder that others can, lean on as it relates to starting their own businesses in the agricultural sector. So that was what brought it about. Then secondly, we also discovered that, like, from when we started, we saw a lot of abnormalities, let me put it that way. We saw a lot of abnormalities in the way people farm, not only in Nigeria, we travel, we go to other countries, we see what, you taste some food and you see, if you've had the opportunity to taste organic and then you taste the chemicalized ones, from the taste, something is wrong. So we made up our minds that, yeah, we know it's not going to be easy, but we've been able to live on natural things for a very long time. And we know, food is medicine, especially, food is medicine, especially when it's free of chemicals. And when we talk about chemicals, we have to start from the farm. So being that we are farmers, it gave us the privilege to be able to, see it through from the beginning. So you're not just coming to talk about, oh, your food should be healthy, and you're coming to talk about it when the food has already been processed. So it has to start from the foundation, which is from the farm. So we have the passion that, okay, let us just focus on that. Let's see how we can help people, live a very healthy life just by encouraging them, training them, and educating them about just staying on healthy, natural foods. So the family came about, number one, out of a passion to help people to start up their own agri ventures, become agripreneurs, create a source of living, a means of living on agri business. Then number two, to build a family, a community, a nation where we can all, when I say a nation, I don't mean one country, I mean all of us from different parts of the world. We can all come together with a common goal. What's the common goal? We just want to eat healthy. We just want to eat natural, good food. And therefore, if you eat healthy, you will definitely live a healthy life. So that was how Xtralarge came about. And then we started, just by telling few friends, oh, many of them even knew, oh, you guys are doing fine in your farming thing, you know. So how can we be a part of it? And we started with about 17 members at that time. I think that was in 2015 or so. And 17 members, even some of them were in the diaspora. The Nigerian people were like, this is new. It sounds crazy. You're not going to make anything out of this. It doesn't sound like it's not like the normal business model. it wasn't really so much about making money, it was just about values, values, values. Nobody cares about values in the part of the world. Let's make money and let's see. So it took us a lot of time to, you know, educate people, bring them to the reality. And then the difference between organic food and the other foods is not so slim. So you could be getting something for $10 and the organic is coming for like $40 or $50. So you need to talk a lot. You need to explain a lot why this one is this expensive, why, and all that. So it was really rough, to be very honest, but we thank God. So from that time till now, this is 8 years down the line, after the first 9 years, and we're still, forging ahead. We're trying to see how we can add more and more value. So what we are trying to do now is, or we've been doing since their onset, is we want to raise a generation of passionate farmers. We want people to be interested in farming. We want people to be able to identify, and introduce themselves and be proud that they are farmers. So we try to bring some fun into it. We make it unusual, So, and that's why you hear at Xtralarge Farms, we say we are swagalicious farmers.
Yeah.
Swagalicious, yeah. Swagalicious farmers. Swagalicious in Africa means swagalicious means like a fancy thing, like something that is beautiful, is fun, is attractive. So because normally what you have in Africa is somebody is a farmer, you find them with rags, you find them as the dropout from school, they couldn't get an education, they are mostly in the villages, they're not exposed, they don't have access to financing. So it's like something for the never do wells. So we are coming here to bring people who are the supposedly doing well people and bring them into the other side. So we have to polish it. We have to make it very attractive and fun to be doing. So that's why we say we are swagalicious farmers. So you can actually now see people who are so dressed like Farmer Tonya here, and she's looking so put together, and she has her nails and she has her makeup, she has her fine hair, and she can still call herself a farmer. So people are like, are you really a farmer? Because they don't know farmers to be like that, especially in this part of the world. So that got people interested.
Absolutely. That's what
Especially, yeah, it really got people interested. For me personally, my husband is always so much on the farms. He's at the background. He's never out there. So I'm the one out there. So I just try my best. I'm not so much of a dressy person, but I just like to be simple. But even from the simplicity, they're like, are you really sure you're a farmer? And you're like this. So it got people interested when we go for presentations. And as we are grooming people, as people are coming into to join the family, they've known the standard. So we have a saying here that the way you're dressed is the way you are dressed. So it even starts from how you're dressed, how you carry yourself, how you comport yourself. So
is what you guys have introduced more more technological side to the farming. And that's, something that's going to be very interesting to people, and especially young people too, because when people, like you said, think of farming, it's not glamorous. But if you the technology into it, then it's like, okay, it's a little bit more edgy because you technology side of it.
Yeah. So we try to introduce some technology into it, but we also let them know the truth, because Africa is not as there is not so much support from the government in Africa for farmers like what you have abroad. So like you could, most of the mechanized way of farming is really, really, really expensive, and not everybody can afford that. So what we try to do is let them know you have to be dirty when you have to be dirty. But after being dirty, That's why we have the saying that says, dirty hands produces clean money, you know.
Absolutely.
So we let them know. So it's not all about, yeah, mechanization is very good, technology is very good, but it's really expensive. And we're raising a generation of passionate farmers. So when you have the passion, you will not see all the hurdles, you won't see all the challenges. Your passion keeps you going. So irregardless of whatever, you don't have access to the technology and all that, you will still be able to move forward.
Okay, absolutely. Now, can you tell us what Agritech means and how the Agritech City idea on your mission with Xtralarge Farms?
Okay. So Xtralarge Farms has different farm locations. And our idea of the Agritech City is a hub, a city where it's primarily a farm, but every other thing is present there. So because in Nigeria, what you have is you're going to the farm, so you're traveling to a bush. It starts with no electricity. It starts with no source of clean water. It starts with you're cut out from civilization. So that alone is discouraging. That alone is capable of sending anybody off, is capable of killing anyone's passion. When you think about going to the farm and all you think about is, oh, I'm going to be in blackout, there's not going to be electricity, the roads are going to be bad, I will not have friends to play with and all that. It kills your passion. Nobody wants to live that kind of life. So our dream for Agritech is that we're trying to, the message we're trying to pass across with Agritech City is that you can be in the farm, you can live in the farm and live a very fulfilled life. You can bring in a city into the farm. You can have all the amenities of life also in the farm. So you will now be proud to stay in the farm, even more than staying in the city, because the farm has also become a city. So that's
Absolutely.
why we now have the Agritech City. It's like, I'm right in Agritech City now. This is my office inside Agritech. I'm right in the office now. So you can be in the office, there's electricity, as you can see. There's electricity, there's every good thing you can think about. So then when we bring people here, the first thing is like, if this is what farming has become, then I want to be a farmer.
Absolutely. It's beautiful there, y'all. If y'all watching, she gave us a tour just last week of progress that has made in Cyprus. I'm not very is worthy of being called a resort. She's talking about farm, and it's very modest what she's saying. But when you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see.
So you come into the farm and you're everything is just like when someone from your team came around, she was like, no, this is not a farm, this is luxury.
Absolutely.
So you're in the farm, yeah, you want to have your swimming, you can just 2 steps out of your room, you can be at the swimming pool. You have your cinemas in the farm, you have the fun attraction center, like the mini amusement area for the children in the farm. You want to play your tech games and all that to feel very comfortable. You have that. Your internet is working. You're not cut off from civilization. You have very good food, very good. When I say good, I mean good, healthy, quality, natural food. No chemicals whatsoever. You have access to that. You can sleep well. There's security. What else do you want? So now people are proud to be associated with the farmers. Now they are longing to go to the farm. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Someone is supposed to tell you, let's go to the farm, and you're like, oh, sorry, I'm not cut out for that.
Yeah. Because a lot of times people think, it's going to be work, or, this is a good type of work. This is something that is beneficial for the whole world. It's beneficial for the whole of Africa, beneficial for the whole diaspora. I mean, I love it because I'm into health and wellness, so when it introduced to me, I was on board right away before I even knew about the concept of you doing Agritech City Connect Farm. I was just, once I found that out, I was like, wait a minute. I said, we're not going next level now. I said, they got investment going on. I said, I got to let people know about this because this is exciting. I don't know. Maybe for me, I'm just a little bit on the nerdy side. I mean, people might consider me on the nerdy side. This is exciting, but this is not your usual concept when you think about health and wellness. Building around the farm. That should be.
Sorry to cut you. You're talking about health and wellness. And, I've been talking about food. I've been talking about farming. Something striking happened yesterday here at Agritech City. There's a couple that came, and the travelers, they do a lot of importing and exporting within the African continent. And someone told them about Agritech City, and they came. When they were leaving, we had a short interview. Maybe I'm going to share the link of that interview with you. Okay. Something really striking, and it's like a dream come true for me. You would not just understand. That was just the peak of everything for me. The woman said she can't remember the last time she slept for a whole night.
Wow.
In many years. So she has to wake up in the middle of the night, and she won't be able to sleep again and all that. So, and because of that, she developed high blood pressure. So she has pills, blood pressure pills, and she carries it around everywhere she goes. And, then a type of business is a tensed kind of business. She's always tense. She's always under pressure and all that. When they were leaving this morning, she was like, for the first time in many years, she didn't take her drugs last night. And she slept all through the night. She didn't even wake up to wee. She slept all through the night. Just the change of environment coming into this place, and then the food she was served. So for us, that's what we're waiting for. That's the best news that can ever happen to us. That we've been able to take somebody out of oppression, health wise, without administering any drugs. Nobody gave her anything. She just had a change of environment. The place is calm, it's serene. Before she went to sleep, she had very long hours by the poolside, and all she could just hear were, the sounds of birds, and some, it was so calm for her. So when we're talking about health and wellness at Agritech City, you find that here. Plus, don't forget we have the hot and cold, the warm spring. The warm spring, and right inside that warm spring is a healing spa. Wow. And in the healing spa, it's like a mountain. It's a sort of a mountain, and it's coming down with hot and cold water. So inside the we have a place inside the warm spring. It's the cave. It's like a cave, and the cave the temperature there is a bit hot. So you go in there. It's a healing spa. When you go in there, you're not going with any jewelry. Jewelries are not accepted. Wristwatches, rings, anything, metal and stuff has to come down. And then you go there, you just stay there for like 15, 20 minutes. When you come out, you will know that something has happened to you. Oh. But it's not just about farming. It's also about your health. It's also about, a change of, your mindset, even your general body is relaxed and all that.
Right. So, I mean, you're there there's all of these different things going on. It's like a one-stop shop. You can come there and learn about farming, learn agriculture, but also learn how to eat healthy and learn how to make money while doing all of those things.
Yeah.
I'm very by that. I said, let me be a part of this because this is something I've dreamed of. Years being able to come together, have that kind of mindset. This
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah. And now I'm calling it you are making a living while making a living.
Oh, I love it. That's what it is. I mean, it might be in words, but it's the absolute truth. You're making a living while you're making a living. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young people, also, this is something that is next generation. So I'm like impressed by that. You guys are so brilliant because the story that you told when we were at the meeting last week, when you said that you came and they got so excited that they did not want to leave and had to be bribed to leave.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that is the type of impression that you want children to have.
Yes, yes, yes. You can imagine tonight we had a couple coming and it was their son's third birthday and they were looking for where to go celebrate and they chose to come to a farm. That's our dream come true. Honestly, you can't, you need to feel my heartbeat now. So it has come to that people will want to celebrate and they will leave all the other places and choose to come to the farm to celebrate. And when the children came, they were not, they will not leave. They don't want to go back home. So it's just so fulfilling. That's the right word to say. It's so fulfilling.
Yes, absolutely.
See something that's supposed to be thrown apart, looked down on, now becoming like what they say in the scriptures. It said, the stones that the builders rejected has now become the cornerstone. So farming or going to the farm. I remember I didn't grow up in that kind of. I didn't have that type of growing up. But people who grew up going to the farm when they were young, they always tell the stories when their parents ask them to go to the farm and they will just be crying and they will feel so bad because they have to work, and they have to walk barefooted and there is no shelter for them and all their hands are bruised and everything. So farming it brings them bad memories.
Right.
Something they want to run as far as they can from. But now you're not talking about farming and children are coming to the farm and they don't want to go. Can you see?
It's been a full circle. I love it.
Yeah.
So, how many countries, can you tell us about how many countries now in Africa are like members with Xtralarge Farms?
No, it's not about Africa. It's not about Africa. It's about the whole world.
About
Now, yeah, it's about the whole world. It's about everyone who loves good things, everyone who loves nature, everyone who wants to identify with nature, with healthy living, with agriculture. Of course, we're making money as well. So the door is open and has been opened like that to many countries. In Africa alone, we have members in so many countries. Name South Africa, name the Gambia, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin Republic, Ghana, where's this place? Senegal, we have members cut across Liberia, then in the diaspora, we have members. You are a member now. You know you're in the US, and you've been in our meetings. You've seen people from different parts
Yeah.
of the US. You have in the United Kingdom. We have in Canada. We have in Dubai. We have in Israel. We have in Saudi Arabia. So it has cut across religion. It has cut across the continent. It has cut across age. So
Mhm.
you can't really say anything is a barrier anymore. There's nothing. Language is not a barrier. Location is not a barrier. Your educational background is not a barrier. Money is not also a barrier. You're rich, you're welcome. You're still aspiring to come up. Everyone is welcome. So all over the countries, young, old, men, women, retired, still active, everybody's here. Babies are here.
But she said, if you guys become members for a family, you're part of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Extra Life, and
Yeah.
become part of the Extra Life family over here in the US. She's treated us, and it's not with my team, the that we're spot all over the world too. But she treats us all like we're just like people walking around there in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And so this has been one of the best experiences. I've met people from all over the world and have great experiences with them, but this is the first time it's been in a business sense. Something business has become more family oriented too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was not expecting that. I was expecting, oh, this is a great, business opportunity. We can invest in this. It's in the motherland. I'm excited about that because I was looking for all the projects that I do over there. And it's the first one that I felt safe and comfortable with that I use people in my investment team, my investment group too. And then, this extra came along with it, meaning the family side of it, being welcomed in, you know. So yeah, I was like, okay, this is it, y'all. This is it. I said, this is divine timing. And I see it because of all of the things, how they just came together. Really puzzle piece, like a puzzle. It was more
Yeah.
seamless. So I'm so happy to know you. You
Thank
and
you.
you guys are such a blessing, to the world. To us, you're a blessing to the world. You are really,
Thank
they phenomenal. Anybody watching this, just do your due diligence. Come and look at videos. We will give links and stuff so you all can see all the good work that they have done. She is very modest. You guys, she is not scratched the surface of things that you have done and have brought to the community, Nigeria, and to the world when it comes to the health and wellness side of it, and teaching people to get back, come to the natural side, and learn about doing self-sustaining stuff for yourself, learning how to you know put your own food in the ground and grow it, from seed, doing simple stuff like that, and
you. I'll call you back in like 15 minutes.
heal your body. This is what we're getting. This is the benefit that we're getting by being a part of Xtralarge Farms, right? So I have I think one more question for you. And that question is, how did the resort come into being on this mission and why?
I told you it's God ordained. Yeah. So, and when God says to do something and you're being stubborn about it, you will end up doing it anyway. But if you're being stubborn or you're procrastinating or you don't want to do it at all, you will end up doing it anyway, and you will suffer for not doing it on time. So it's better if it says do something, yeah, that they said you should do it doesn't mean it's going to be all smooth. Or is that the success is just guaranteed whether you try your best or not. No, you need to work it out. You need to, you know, you need to put in all the efforts, and you just need to trust in him that, okay, he can't bring you to abandon you.
Yes.
So, and that's a message I have for everybody is if there's something, that you have a strong feeling about and you're like, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be. Maybe this is what I'm actually destined to be. Like for example, I'm a trained accountant. My husband is a trained chemist,
Mm.
He studied chemistry. I studied accounting in school, and we ended up becoming farmers. So if we had just lived our lives doing all those other things, the fulfillment, I'm so fulfilled. I just told you, a woman just came. I didn't take my drug last night and I slept like a baby. That's fulfillment for me. A child comes here and doesn't want to go back home. That's fulfillment for me. Somebody is sick, they just take the food and within a short while they get better. That's fulfillment for me. Somebody is looking at how am I going to make a living? I need a source of income. And they're looking at what is to do legitimately and they find Xtralarge and they begin to make money and their whole life depends on it. That's fulfillment for me and for the whole management of Xtralarge Farms. So whatever it is that you have a strong, inclination about, just hold on a bit. It will be shaky, it will be rough, but there's definitely going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. So, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank you for having me tonight.
share.
And I bring you greetings from the CEO as well. He would have, he loves to be, just be with you, especially when he talks about your team, because he's so passionate. We are so passionate about, the people in diaspora, because we feel you've not been here, you've not seen anything. And so we appreciate you for still believing in us, even though you've not seen anything. You've not been to any of our formations. You've not met us personally. And do you know, surprisingly, the whole population of Xtralarge, we are well over 100,000 members now. Mm-hmm. And almost half of that population are from different parts of the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So it really marvels us, and we are so thankful for that people who don't know from anywhere, they just hear about Xtralarge and they just love what we're doing and they trust us and they believe in us and they follow. Others even go as far as forsaking their own, career and other things, and they put more attention on just building the community and helping others grow within the Xtralarge family. We are so thankful for that. So This is a big shout out to everyone in the diaspora who loves Xtralarge and who is doing business or partnering with us in one way or the other. We really, really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Oh, you are so welcome. And we really appreciate you. And the other people that see this all over the world, people from the diaspora, you guys just wait. Me introducing you to her, but we're going to bring to you guys information to you guys from the ground. In a couple months, me and my partner, Bola, will be coming to Nigeria. And so we will be at Agritech City and we will be at Xtralarge Farms and we will be speaking there to you guys directly. I can't wait. You in person. Everybody
I can't wait to give you that big hug.
Yeah, I can give you a really big, very much forward. Very exciting times coming, guys. And before I head out of here, before we leave, just give them the link so they can check out, go to the website and check it out. And, anybody that, goes to the website, you guys have questions or more information, you can just hit me up and I will tell you more information about it. And guys, I'm just, like really so thrilled right now.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you have a busy schedule. So yeah. So next time you have a wonderful night, and you guys watch it, have a wonderful time, wonderful day, night, whatever time zone you're in. Peace.
Peace,
Trust.
bye-bye. Extra large,
Extra large.
100%.
Excellent.
100%.
Extra large.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.